Okay, we are going to do lesson 3, and this time we're going to do it in the Cessna 150. There's a couple of things that this plane is good at, and things like stalls and so forth are really good. This plane has everything that the other one has. You've got airspeed here, artificial horizon, turn and bank, heading indicator, clock, not fancy, altimeter, the rate of climb, descent, and 2 VORs. Same thing with the keys, lights to the panel, master switch down here, along with down here, this is the brake over here, and this is the prime for the engine to prime it. This one doesn't have a fuel pump in it, so you have to prime it. This is the radio stack. RPMs are over here, vacuum, and the amperage and so forth, and suction are over here. These are the fuel gauges. This is the engine timing and oil pressure and oil temperature. Okay, so we're going to get up in the air pretty quick here. So first thing to do is to prime the motor, and then what we do is bring this to full rich, put a little bit into the throttle, and we're going to turn on the rotating beacon, make sure that's on. And it's not. Oh, because I haven't turned on the master. That's why. Turn on the master. And everything's coming up. And the beacon should be on now. And it's not. Now it is. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off real quick, going to go up in the air, and we're going to do some stalls. Stalls used to scare the crap out of me, and I want to try to get good at them. So let's get going. We are set to go. Clear prop. Okay, going to come back on that. Going to come back on the mixture a little bit so that we don't foul the spark plugs, which can happen when you're on the ground just idling. So you want to come back on the mixture control. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Okie doke. And the wind is from the north, so we're going to take off towards the north. You can see over there the windsock. So we're going to be taking off that direction. Release the brake. And just taxi out here. It looks like a pretty nice day. Wind is 7 miles per hour, as I said, from the north. See those dotted lines on the right? That means you have to have ground control permission to cross over that line, so that they can tell you where to taxi and stuff. I don't think this has a control tower on it. I think this is a Unicom. Unicom is a general frequency, and what you're supposed to do is say, like, Rossburg, Municipal, Cessna 158 Juliet, taking off runway 3, Rossburg Municipal. And that's how you announce yourself on Unicom. God, this is such good scenery. I love this scenery. Alright, we're coming down to the end of the runway. Put a little brake on. And you notice we're going to come up to another line here. And this line is going to signify that you need permission to take off and so forth. So we're going to sit here for just a second and we're going to get ready for takeoff. Going to look at my trim. I like it right about there. Going to pop open a little bit of carb heat. Going to put the mixture at full rich. Going to turn on the strobe. Going to turn on the landing light. Don't need pitot heat. Going to hit the D to make the heading indicator line up. And I think we're probably good to go here. Oh, this is something I always forget to do. Close the window. Okay, this arrow's like this. This is called the displaced runway. And what they do is you can use it to take off, but you're not supposed to land until you get up to this spot here. That's usually so that you won't hit trees on the end of it. Okay, we're all set to go. Going to bring the throttle forward to about halfway. Make sure that we've got good airspeed indicator going, and then we'll lift off. Just bring the throttle forward slowly. Add in a little bit of rudder to correct through the torque. Bring more throttle in. Airspeed is alive. 40, 60, rotate. And follow runway heading. And we're going to, this thing's not a real speed demon. What am I doing? 80 miles an hour. Probably the cars are going faster than me. Nope, I'm going faster than them. Not by much. Okay, we're going to drift a little bit out here to the right. Add in a little bit of rudder, a little bit of aileron. Keep our turn going. And we'll do a complete 180. God, look at that. Look, just looks so real. I want to get up to about 3,000. We're at 2,000 right now. Speed is 90 miles per hour climb. A climb rate right now, looking at this over here, is 1,000 feet per minute. Usually you want to be about 600 or 700 for best rate of climb. That'll give me a little more airspeed too. So I gave it a little bit of down trim. getting up there. Let's go over here. That would probably be the better spot. Alright, we're coming up to 300 or 3,000. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it so that we have like a speed of 100 knots. Right now, like we're doing 90, so I'm going to give it a little bit of down trim. Come back on the throttle a little bit. And we are right now, we're descending a little bit, but that'll come back up as we gain a little more speed. A little more down trim, a little up. And we're pretty close to zero. And we're right around 100 knots. Okay, one of the things I want to show you on here is how to manage your pitch and airspeed like you do in a real airplane. And one of the things you have to understand is that airspeed is controlled by your pitch angle, and your rate of climb, or your climb and your descent, is controlled by the throttle. And I want to show you what I mean. Right now we're cruising at 100 knots. If I come back on the throttle and the plane starts to descend, what do you think is going to happen to the airspeed? Let's see if you figured it out. So get your answer, and I'm going to come back on the throttle and watch the airspeed indicator. Okay, we're at idle. We're descending. And notice what our airspeed stays the same. Just about. It will end up being like right around 100. So no matter where I put the throttle, if I've got it trimmed for 100 knots, it's going to stay at that spot. Now if I move the pitch either down or up, once we get back in straight and level, okay, so now if I move the nose up, we're going to lose airspeed, like so. You see we're coming down to 80 and stuff. So pitch controls airspeed, throttle controls rate of climb or rate of descent. And the reason they teach you this is because if you do it the other way around, you're going to end up with a stall. And this is what happens in a stall. This is going to be what's called a departure stall. Like if you're taking off and you pull the nose up too much, this is what happens. Stall horn goes on. I pull back and I end up in a dive. And I'm back to 100 knots again. So that's why they teach you to manage your airspeed by using trim, and manage your rate of climb and rate of descent by using throttle. Okay, now I'm going to do, this time this is called an approach stall, and it's with power off. So we're going to gently pull the nose up. Coming up to 60 knots. There's our stall horn. Pull back. The plane stalls. Release. Let it pick up speed. Pull back. Come back in and add your power. I wonder if this thing will spin. I never tried that. Let's see what happens. Alright, ready? Here we go. Oh yeah, it'll spin. Yeah, that used to scare the crap out of me. The guy, my instructor would always say, why don't you go out and practice stalls? And I didn't. I always would go sightseeing instead. Okay, let's get back to straight and level. Give it throttle, come back up to our RPM. See the RPM over to the right. And coming up to 90 knots. Give it a little more down. Right around there. There we are, 100 knots again. And notice where the RPM gauge is over here. Right smack in the middle of the green. Right there, we're at 2,300 feet. So doing those little jigaroos there. Oh, look at that. I messed up the artificial horizon. Whew. I boogered it up. Let's see if I can get it back. Nope, I don't think that's coming back. Well, luckily I can see, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's find out where we are here. Where's the airport? I kind of lost track where the airport was. There it is. Okay. So let's get ready for a landing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back on the power. And we're going to put in some up trim. Remember, trimming changes my airspeed, and I want to get my airspeed to about 80 knots or 70 knots. So we're slowing down here. We're at 80 knots. I need a little more up trim. Okay, right around in there. And I'm going to start putting in a little bit of flaps. So that's about 10 degrees of flaps there. And then we're going to make our base turn. Come back on the power. Use some air. Okay, we're doing our base turn. Airspeed still 80 knots. coming down slowly, coming back on the throttle so that we descend a little bit more. Looking out there, there's the runway. Runway's right out there. I'm going to add in some more flaps. Getting a little low, so I'm going to add some power in. And a little bit more. We got that 7-mile-per-hour headwind coming at us too, which is slowing us down. A little bit high, come back on the power to descend a little. A little bit more. Boy, there's a real drop right there by that mound. I got that the last time I landed here too. Okay, I'm going to add in full flaps. Airspeed's about 65 knots. About 70. We're a little high here. I'm hoping it gets down a little bit. And I think we'll just make it. I see why they have a displaced threshold, because there's like a hill right here. Okay, a little bit of throttle. A little bit more. Come in. Let's hit the touchdown spots. Flare. And we're down. Bring up the flaps. Brakes. Turn into the taxiway. And that is basically it. That's lesson number 3. And that's what I wanted to show you, was the stalls, and also about the using throttle for descending and for ascending, and how that can be good for you. Oh, it does have a tower, a very small one. Okie doke. So that's it. The way you stop. Oh, first I want to put the brake on. And the way you stop this is to pull the mixture back, lean it out, chop the lights, bring the magnetos over, and shut that off. And that is our first flight. And we'll do one with the 172 next.